Hey everyone, it's Midnight Spectre, and today I'm going to be bringing you another Bluey video discussing some of the most wild Bluey fan theories. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get on to the video. Bandit and Chili are portrayed as amazing parents because it's Bingo and Bluey telling their children about their parents. I really love this idea. It really puts a lot of things into perspective, why things are more fantastic than they would be in real life. It also makes sense why the house is so big in the show, because as a kid, everything looked huge and more fantastic because you're a kid and you're short and you're viewing stuff for the first time. Kind of like how I remember Toys R Us being this huge, magical place, but then I look at old pictures of people at Toys R Us and I was like, oh, it's kind of small now that I think about it. I wonder if they'll end the show how they ended Arthur, where it turns out the entire show was a book being written by Arthur, and now that he's all grown up. There's a war between humans and dogs, and that's why Rusty's dad is in the army. This one's kind of uncomfortable to think about because, the army's job is to fight wars and keep their nation safe. And in the episode, they're talking about Rusty's progression and his cricket playing ability, and you see Rusty's dad writing him a letter from what I can only assume to be some sort of military base. So who exactly are they at war with? It's kind of like the Cars fan theory, where there's a car pope, so they must have car Catholicism, meaning that there's a car Jesus that was crucified. And there's also other theories floating around that it's like a post-apocalyptic world and Australia's the only place that's safe, which is kind of funny to think about, but also kind of sad to think about as well because, the apocalypse is never really a good thing. I'm sure they'll never get more into the theory because it's a kid's show, but it really makes you think. Bandit is an archaeologist because he had the same question as Bingo of who had the first baby. I rather like this one because instead of it being a tongue-in-cheek joke about how dogs love bones and how dogs love to dig for stuff, it kind of gives Bandit's profession more importance, and it kind of fosters the idea of never stop being curious, which I love. I wish that my parents had encouraged my curiosity about the world more, because instead of working IT, maybe I'd be working in a really pretty jungle or forest looking for cool animals and stuff. I know I'd love that. The Healer family is very wealthy. So I guess some fans decided to do some digging and found the approximate value of the Healer's home and the jobs that Bandit and Chili work, and decided they couldn't afford that without, I guess, having a part in a company their parents had started or an oil rig that Uncle Rad works on. There have also been less than legal theories that people suggested, saying that Bandit is actually smuggling artifacts and Chili's helping him somehow, and that's how they can afford stuff. But I prefer the two more legal theories, and it would make more sense, honestly, to me, because I always figured, if you're an archaeologist, that you'd be pretty wealthy. But then again, I don't know how that kind of stuff works. I also like to think that maybe Bandit in his youth found some really crazy artifact or discovery, and he's getting paid big bucks for him to travel the world and talk about his discovery or to write about it. So, what did everyone think of these fan theories? I think a lot of them could hold some water, except the war between humans and dogs. That's just kind of something I'd rather not think about, honestly. I hope everyone enjoyed this week's video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week's video. See ya!